Rap came from Rap came from us. It started. Rap came. Rap came from us. It started in the South Bronx. It started with conscious rappers.
Good morning, y'all.
So to my brothers and sisters who are rappers, see, you're part of a scheme, but you don't realize you are an unwitting collaborator in a scheme that is to destroy you and your future.
Let's be very clear, I ain't here to drink beer, smoke weed, shoot the breeze, and break bread with you. I'm only here to resurrect the living dead with you. Thought it was some kind of a game, I'm not playing with you. I got the Moorish warlords with Moroccan sharp swords, Ethiopians with white face camouflage. Already disciplined and ready for that sabotage. You listen to Minaj? Word? You should kill yourself and everybody that you came with. Arrangements out of jurisdiction, no arraignment. My name gets mentioned through the ethers, through high frequency speakers. Certified 45, get in line. Make this revolution rap your favorite pastime. Make listening to Coon Tune your very last time. Last time he was CO and now he's gangstified. Pushing keys, catching bodies, man, somebody lied. I'd rather listen to that God noise, levitate with fly boys, organize an army, bang dead prayers. Understand I'm not a missionary, just the devil's adversary. Extraordinary, compliment the feds. And most listening are subject to conditioning. They need a hook, something snappy just to pull them in. I truly sympathize, I hope this pretty singing satisfies. Now should we get back to business then? Separating gods from the nigga men, separating chicken heads from the heroines. They tell me constantly that I should change my content. You're just too conscious, maybe you should narrow in. Rhyme more about that street life heroin. Make it amplify, glorify the hell you're in. But where the hell you been? Clearly you don't know me then. Spit flame, ethanol, Jada Pinkett set it off. I gang bang on opposition till his head is off. His arm, leg, arm nailed to a cross. You're not a mob boss, Florentini, Machiavelli. Closest you are to Italian is sauce and spaghetti. The flow is deadly, hip-hop jihad medley. They could tell I was a rebel the moment they met me. Gotta respect me, the 85ers wanna sex me. Occupied by the 5, still I let them sweat me. You can bet me, Phoenix if they try to dead me. And the Republic of Gorillas stood ready to wreck me. I pull verses from my spleen for the have-nots who seem caught between the rocks and the hard spots. And most listening are subject to conditioning. They need a hook, something snappy just to pull them in. I truly sympathize, I hope this pretty singing satisfies. Now should we get back to business then? I'm not the only one can tell that something's going on. We hustle harder every day and barely holding on. These big banks getting breaks that we'll be gully on. And they'll freeze your assets, keep your scullies on. The same Babylon upgraded red bottom. And he was about that revolution till the feds got him. My man Scott got 3 to 5 for a bag of weed. But be a priest and rape boys walk scot-free. I bet you thinking that I'm kidding cause I'm throwing stones. It isn't me, it's ancient Masons in my chromosomes. Impatient ancestors raging through my ribosomes. See scrolls translated through a microphone. The freedom banger, hanger, Margaret Sanger. Planned Parenthood in every hood would like to thank her. Bankers, Rockefeller, Bilderberg, Unicom, DuPont, IBM, UNICEF, and Viacom. My verbal firearm annihilate the infrastructure. Comedic lexicon, cause I don't speak the tongue of suckers. I born degrees of the royal pedigrees and leaving me 16 in my afterbirth. Still, most listening are subject to conditioning. They need a hook, something snappy just to pull them in. Just West, not Ruby Selah.
Yeah.
Learn to make egg toast.
Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving.
That's cool.
Moving.
Can you learn to make?
How about we go somewhere like here? Good morning, y'all. Yes, sir.
Hurts when you gotta kill a nigga you love.
Cymarshall, good morning, y'all. Let's go.
Sosa. No more talking, nigga. Look, all this chatter for hours is really silly, nigga. With no rapping, I swear you gotta be backwards. No matter how many flowers you try to give a nigga, it's like they only want them on top of their casket. Damn. Pay the price for acting ladylike. We rarely see black M&Ms. Kinda shady, right? You sent the shot, so I flash back like it's 80s night. Playing big or put you in the box. That was Gravy's plight. Thought I was hijacking that live. Now I'm taking flight. Your girl in the ghost and gobbling dick. Say goodnight. You know how I Rolls Royce. Chess move. You see Ryan Reynolds wrapped in a lagoon. That's a Deadpool. Yeah. Lupe freestyled and got you out of here. You cried alone from playing yourself. Shed a solid tear. All that syllable blibbable blibble is kinda weird. It dresses you up from being direct, cause you probably scared. Your fans say I'm on a rampage. Better reunite Slaughterhouse and get cut. You need your band-aid. I told him prove you do what I do. He gave me lampshade and said no. I gave the bitch room and then the man cave. Divide his body. The footage got him severed. Contradicting every lie. Pull yourself together. Your songs ain't no anthems. Your bar placement random, and you still ain't bring that energy to RJ and Ransom, nigga. I think it's crazy, right? Like, this all started cause RJ said him and Ransom was the best. And you responded on IG. You never got in the booth and spoke to these niggas. So yo, I'ma bar they style, Shaq, and talk to you, nigga. Got rid of the pounds, I had a literal weight plan on Montgomery Ave. Bad, I'm dealing that name brand. Catch Royce at the register and give him a face scan. This ain't RJ or Sean Kemp, original Rain Man. They loving the pressure, want me to test ya. KRS One with the lectures, big pun with the letters on the roof. About to leave Royce sick, clutching Berettas. Bullets rain over you, now we really under the weather. Pain. Randy Nichols, I'm dissecting the track. More fly, elegant rap. His pride get him attacked. This guy's skeleton crack till Ryan melanin splat. Then the white guy rides with cosigners, melanin's black. Don't cry, give him a clap. I'm Lucifer, the Y3 fly, devilish cattle decides heaven is whack. Now my attention is back, apply pressure with facts. Marvel at your multiverse till you die mentioning that duffel. That's me paying homage to my niggas. Cause you was supposed to get in the booth and respond to that instead of getting on IG on a fucking rant, nigga. It's your problem, man. And my man killed you. Woke up in the middle of the night, got you out of here, quick. And you need to stop running. Stop running, nigga. You know what I'm talking about, too. People taking me being unbothered as weakness. Yeah. Mills at the dock, I'm done harboring meekness. Yeah. Rob Markman know that my son's father's a genius. All them dumb shots when I'm unboxed with the defense. Ryan Montgomery, hiding behind every rhymer he defining as brotherly. I've decided he's grumpily by my discovery. 5'9" is trying to be somebody. The upper echelon recognizes by his redundancy. Hove took you off renegade like it was custody. Your dad ain't even pushed back, surprising you suddenly. On the sideline, crying uncomfortably. I am abundantly tired and hungrily. I am a gluttony. Why am I suddenly mocked for loyalty that I'm giving publicly? Lupe is my brother and I'ma ride with him stubbornly. Defending the best and nevertheless adrenaline been in my chest. He getting regrets forever discrediting vets while living off Eminem's mess. He got a song with Kiss and Fab. Read it out the book of Ryan, but I would be lying if I ever said that shit is trash. All let's talk about the pen and pad. You good at writing, it's ironic. You won with FAB, but you lost to Mr. Fab. Trash. Playing Mufasa got you some battle scars. If you would've checked the box, you probably on Amazon. Instead of dying in the jungle, Jordan mean Avatar. I'm Jeff Bezos, out of space with galactic bars. Wait, that's something that Royce would do. He'll take something from pop culture and exploit it through a point or two, like Sha'Carri Richardson, Bill Cosby, common shit. Current event bars ain't skills, kinda obvious. You gotta quit doing entendre without comic wit. I don't subscribe to it, I'm the definition, the opposite. Chain punching, you do Tetris, I do column shit. Get stoned with a great structure until your monolith, obelisk. Look what I'm amounting to, a steep yes. At my peak next, no TV when Ryan Seacrest, top of the hill. Here's the cliffhanger like Cosby closet, eating pork, claiming Muslim hogwash. Ryan Wildin', stop it, novice. Listen what I'm giving you. Yeah, I check boxes. Wow. That's what morticians do. And stop fibbing too, nigga. You was mad at Cass and turned to Rakim when he asked. Ain't like the aftermath. Did the same thing with Payne. Then you got scolded. He had you holding on your chin like Francois Rodin. Look what I have sculpted. Nigga talking, checking boxes. Y3 all the time, never a checking boxes. The finest chicken head dismembered in checker boxes. I'm Bobby Fischer, you playing chess with checker boxes. He love MMA. Every day he checking boxes. Joe Budden, Dick Ride. outside and look at Royce checking boxes. Money in the mail, man, I see the checking boxes. Your chick be in my DMs when I check in boxes. Yeah, ask women, this guy know I'm checking boxes. Fuck that, I'm Craig on Friday. I ain't checking boxes. They all thinking I ain't got fire. Literally, you not Christopher Nolan. Ryan, fuck what you pitching me on IG. The way that I handled it show humility. But this nigga bathing in arrogance, insecurity. Disparaging words by Lupe making mural. Wow. You tried to do it and failed. You should've called it plural. Word. Lay him face down and ask him, you want a war? No spine. This is easy. I'm back to the drawing board. Now watch he don't respond to this shit. Any money bet the nigga don't say nothing. And Royce, you know how I give it up. We gonna do this until 2022, nigga. Facts.
And wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Blessings, love, and positive energy. My name is Cymarshall, and you are now in tune to episode 106. Take a break if you need one of the Cymarshall Law Show. Good morning, y'all. Hope y'all feeling good, full of love and positive energy this morning. If not, I'm here to give you some of mine so we can get you where you need to go this morning. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's start the morning as we usually do with the morning prayer. Good vibes and positive energy. We do it like this. Universal gods, great architect, cosmic intelligence, God. Yeah! Thank you for allowing us to wake up today full of love in our hearts, full of inner peace, full of inner happiness. Thank you for clarity of mind, purity of heart. Universal gods, thank you for our well-to-do physical bodies. Thank you for our strong hearts, our strong brains, our healthy immune systems. Universal God, thank you for our healthy livers, our healthy kidneys, our healthy hearts. Universal God, thank you for all our healthy body parts. Even more than that, God, thank you for our healthy relationships. Thank you for friends. Thank you for family. Thank you for insight, foresight, hindsight. Universal gods, thank you for affluence, abundance, spiritual awareness, knowledge of self, material wealth. Universal God, thank you for the sun, moon, earth, and stars. Thank you for today. We are blessed upon blessed upon blessed, and we thank you for these blessings. Universal God, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for blessing this day. Amen. Yeah, that one felt rather good. Perhaps this is a new wave. I think I felt the energy here as of late, and we're gonna finish the year strong. My name is Cymarshall. Once again, I am your host, and today we're gonna get into a couple movies with the boy Ace Wonder. We're gonna talk about Avengement, and we're also gonna talk about No Set of Moves, I believe. So we're gonna get into that. But I wanted to call today's show Take a Break If You Need One. You, I'm talking about you. One listening right now, you. The one who's been working really, really hard. You know what I'm saying? Every week, I come on here and I pretty much tell you guys, you know what I'm saying, go for what you believe in. And when I say go for what you believe in, go hard. I tell you guys what you might not be doing. I tell you guys what you might be missing. I give you reasons on why you should grab life by the bullhorns and start going on like a bull in a china shop to get what you need. I tell you these things all the time. One thing that I don't say often enough is that I feel like I should say this with no beat. It's rather serious. One of the things that I don't say often enough to you is to take a break if you need one. And, you know, often when I give you guys advice or suggest advice, it's coming from my own experience. And sometimes I need a break. As hard as I work and as much as I have my pots in, whatever what the phrase is, sometimes I really need to take a break when I don't. But I wrote down a couple reasons why I feel like you guys should take breaks when you need one. Number one, or I don't really have a list of number one through whatever, but just little notes I wrote down. should take a break if you need one. Because how? Oh, you know what? Good thing I caught myself. I'm going to say the morning prayer again because I want to make sure everyone gets blessed, and I just remembered to record the meeting. It's all right. I can bless y'all twice. Who doesn't want double blessings this morning? All right, then. Universal gods, thank you for allowing us to wake up today full of love and positive energy. Thank you for our healthy immune systems. Thank you for our healthy minds, our healthy hearts. Universal gods, thank you for inner peace, inner happiness. Thank you for good relationships, friends, family. Thank you for affluence, abundance, knowledge of self, spiritual awareness, God. Thank you for material wealth too. Thank you for love in all its forms. We are blessed every day and everywhere. And thank you for us having a great day ahead. Thank you. Amen. So today's show, take a break if you need one. One of the first reasons I feel like you should take a break, I'll throw an instrumental back on, matter of fact. Here we go. One of the first reasons I feel like you should take a break if you need one is because how can you help anybody if you, my friend, are depleted? If your energy is gone, how can you help anybody else? If your energy is gone, how can you help yourself? A lot of times we're going and going and we're going and we're going, and the quality of our work, the quality of our love tends to break down. And the reason it breaks down is because we never take a break. We always feel like, well, some of us always feel like we have to get so much done during the day that by the end of the night, we don't have any energy to give to the rest of our lives, so whether it's our families or anything else that we may want to do. And it's because we don't take a break. So I feel like you have to take a break because, you know, it's almost as if some of us are like cars and we're just constantly driving and we're driving and we're driving. And it's like, we forget we have to stop for gas. And could you imagine if you just tried to drive your car and never stop for gas? And I feel like that's what a lot of us are doing. And we're doing these things because we feel like time is moving fast as hell. And we have to get as much done as we possibly can into a certain amount of time. But my friends, if you don't take a break and like recharge yourself, you're no good for yourself. You're no good for other people. And in order to give the best of yourself, you got to take a break. It's like athletes have a break. You know what I'm saying? Professional athletes, there's a break in the season. They can't just keep balling out. They can't keep giving their all, because if they keep giving their all, more than likely, they're going to break something. And what they break could be something physical, like, a limb, or it could be their heart. Because when they're going for so long, they tend to forget about other things in their life that need attention too. And that could be, they need to eat right. They need to just show love to themselves. But it's like, we're constantly trying to get to where we're going. And sometimes we just need to take a break and chill. Like, everything off, a personal beach day, you know what I'm saying? Some time for us to meditate and to take in everything that's been going on. And you know what else I also found? I'll say what else I found in the form of something that happened to me. I remember a while I was going to school for network engineering, and there were these like tests we had to take home, and we had to complete these tests by the next class. And they weren't like tests you could really cheat on. It's hard to explain now, but they weren't tests you could cheat on. We had to take these tests home, and I was banging my head all night long trying to figure out these answers. Like, I was thinking of everything in the book to try to figure out these problems, but nothing. Then finally I told myself, like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave this shit alone. Like, I can't get the answer. I've racked my brain. I've used all my resources, and I can't figure this thing out. So I was like, I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna take a break. I ended up falling asleep on top of my books, and I fell asleep upset. Can you guess what happened next? I bet you can guess what happened next. What happened next was I woke up at like 6 a.m. This is after I decided to take that break. And can you believe the answer just popped into my head? Ping! So sometimes when you're searching for answers, or sometimes when you're working on like material, whether you could be writing or working, whatever on at work, sometimes when you're able to pull yourself away from that thing, the universe says, that's all I wanted you to do, because now I'm going to give you the answer. I saw how hard you've been working, and sometimes you just need to stop for a second to allow things to come to you. You know what I'm saying? And that can go in any type of field. It can be in sports, it can be in work. Sometimes we just need to take a break, and if we take a break, that answer is going to be able to come to us. But if we just keep being like the hamster or mouse or whatever on the wheel, we never get to really see the big picture. And that's another thing. It's almost as if you have a camera in your hand, right? And you're trying to film whatever it is, and you're moving that camera fast as hell. You're not going to be able to get a clear picture of that thing you're trying to capture unless you're able to slow down for a little bit and maybe stop your camera. And if that thing is moving fast, maybe your camera will catch it. However, if you keep trying to move your camera with it and doing all the work and never take a break from moving that camera, you're never going to get the clear picture. You're never going to be able to step back and see the big picture. And that's what we really want. We can't just continue working on something if we never take a step back to look at the big picture. A lot of times when I'm writing songs, maybe not a lot of times, but often enough when I'm writing songs, I have to stop because I'll be trying to think of ways to put my words together, or ways to express an idea to you guys through songs. And sometimes it just doesn't come if I'm just racking my brain away. Sometimes I literally have to step away, go watch a television show, go watch a movie, go hang out with the family, whatever you have, and just take a break so my brain, allows other ideas to seep in instead of what I've just been banging my head on. But a lot of us, we're just constantly like working without taking a break. And when we do these things, we get depleted. More reasons to take a break, or more insight as to why you should take a break. I feel as though when you're working really well and you're helping a lot of people, the people you're helping don't always see what you're going through, like internally. They don't see what you're going through in your mind. So all they see is your productivity. And if your productivity is good and it's helping them, a lot of times they're not going to tell you like, yo, you need to take a break. They're just going to see you working and see what you're able to give them and be happy about that. Matter of fact, they're going to want more. You know what I'm saying? They're going to see what you're doing. They're going to want you. Listen, sometimes you have to be like, yo, homie, I understand I'm helping you. I understand I'm helping the company. I understand I'm helping the family. But you guys haven't jumped up and said, you know what, Cy, you know what, AC, you need to take a break. Yo,
I didn't get that.
Matt,
could you try again?
AC and Siri, my new Mac, just started asking me questions. Siri, go away.
I'm not sure I understand.
That's because nobody was talking to you. That's crazy. Yo, I'm all for technology. And I'm about to digress. I'm all for technology. But I got this new Mac and it's doing way too much. Like things I'm not asking it to do. Like Siri literally jumped in my conversation like it was me and her hosting the show and started asking me questions. I don't know why the word AC sprung Siri. Anyway. So anyway, I was saying, nobody is going to tell you to take a break. Well, maybe good people, really, really good people will see what you're doing and say like, yo, you've been doing a lot for me. And I see that you're not really taking time for yourself. I think that you should take a break. But if you don't have those types of people in your corner, you're going to have to be that person in your own corner. Because people will just continue to take. There are takers and givers in this world, and the takers will not look at the givers and say, you need to stop giving for a moment and start giving to yourself. They will not. They will not. They will take until you have nothing left. I've seen it happen. Shit has happened to me. So yeah, man, I'm here to tell y'all to take a break. And also, in addition to me telling y'all that, you know, you should take a break when you need one, you should also congratulate yourself when you need to be congratulated. Do not, my friend, sit around and wait for someone to give you applause. If you've been busting your ass and you know you've been killing it, or whatever you've been killing it at, please don't sit around and wait for anyone to congratulate you. Because you know what? A lot of times people are paying attention and they're seeing what you do. And sometimes, unfortunately, they're hoping that you don't notice what you're doing. They don't want to congratulate you because they feel like if they congratulate you, they feel like you might get a big head, or you might just like be like, yo, I am doing too much, aren't I? And if you realize that you're doing too much for them, you might stop. So no, they're not going to congratulate you. So sometimes in this life, you have to pause and be like, yo, I'm taking a break from me. I'm taking a me day. Because they will just work your ass to death. Trust and believe. So you have to have enough love of yourself. Good morning, my brother. Yo, did you see that BS I just went through when I called out your name?
Yeah, Matt just summoned me, dog. I heard my name and I heard the response. I said, oh, let me hop on real quick.
Yo, did you hear Siri talking? Did you not hear? That's crazy.
Yeah,
let me see if it'll happen again. AC. Now it's making me seem crazy. But yeah, man. I didn't even know my computer could do that. Siri. Now it doesn't come. Whatever. Anyhow, so I was talking about taking a break. Yo, you ever felt like in your life, AC, that you need to take a break, but wasn't nobody telling you to take a break? You were just like constantly moving and doing everything for everybody, and nobody was saying like, yo, AC, take a break. Did that ever happen to you? It must have happened to you.
Yo, fam, I'm living it right now. I told you exactly what this week is, right?
Yeah. It's a lot of things for you this week.
So let's bring it to present. Yeah, I was working multiple jobs, right? I started my journey on trying to get a bigger house for the family, right? Had more kids, had bought a new truck, you know what I'm saying? And so I was like, yo, I got to get my family into a bigger house. This journey started years ago. I got a part-time job, had been working a part-time job on top of side hustle, just in a stack mentality. I mean, working myself harder than ever. And what I thought I could accomplish in about a year actually wound up taking about 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, blessings to God, just got into the house, closed on the house in February. We officially moved in the weekend of March 13th. And everything, mission was accomplished. But bam, like you said, taking a break, your other episode about check your engine, you know what I'm saying? Check your light on your engine.
Yeah.
I said over the last month, I was like, you know what? I need to take a break. My family's always asking, why am I going to work? I work so much. And I just try to explain to kids, you know, I'm doing this so you have food on the table, a roof over your head, and clothes on your back. They don't do it. But at the same time, I know I needed a break myself. So I told them I give my 2 weeks, and my last day is this Friday. So, you know, of course I got my
Let's go.
So, yeah, man, I need to free up some time to explore, do some other things. And my break is happening Friday, fam. I needed that break. My body's telling me, so
birthday week.
Right on point.
It's this man's birthday this week. Let's go. Leo's, where you at? Where you at? It's almost our month, my guy. August is our month. My guy starts the month and I end it. August 1st, August 29th. You know what I'm saying? How we do.
That's how we do.
What was I gonna say? Yo, another reason. I know me personally, when I don't take a break, I might like be working, and then it might seep out in a negative way. Like, for instance, I'll tell you something that's not the greatest about myself. It's not too bad, but you know, the other day I was working really hard and my 3-year-old was like, can I get some water? And I have this big thing in my house where, say please. Like, I'm trying to teach the kids from early, like, yo, I'm not your waiter, I'm not your butler, and I'll do anything you want me to do. However, Say Please. So my little Gemini he's a boss. He came into this world a boss, and he orders people around, and he was just like, Dad, get me some water. And I was like, no. I told you it wasn't the best of me. And you should have seen his face drop, and he walked upstairs without water, and I was just like, damn. That was me. It was, no one should ever be denied water, but it was, that day I was doing so many things, and I was like at my wit's end, and he was just like, Dad, do this. And I was like, no. So when you don't take a break, it ends up seeping out in negative ways. I ended up going upstairs and getting the man some water, and and taught him about please for the 1,000th time. But I'm just saying, he should have got the water in the first place. But all I'm saying is that when you don't take a break, you end up taking it out on the wrong people at the wrong times, that have nothing to do with like your current plight or issue. So take a break.
Let me say this. I agree and think you're absolutely right with encouraging and enforcing the word please, because I also have a 3-year-old and do the same thing with her. And I just got to look at her like, you're missing something, then she'll say please, like, sometimes she won't get it, but yeah, she's bossy. Yeah. You got to encourage that, man. You got to encourage it and start young, man. Yeah,
for sure. Sometimes, what I've always done, and some people, say my kids are pretty good. And the reason I think they're pretty good is because I've always talked to them like adults. Like sometimes I'll go out and I'll see like other parents talking to the kid like goo goo gaga, like really being babyish. But I'll tell my kids like summaries and essays and give them the whole, and parents be looking at me like, yo, why are you talking to your kid like that? But children understand more than a lot of parents give them credit for. Like children are way smarter than a lot of people give them credit for. So I've always talked to my children like that. So I know this dude remembers to say please. He remembers everything. He remembers things from a month ago that shocked me. You know what I'm saying? Before he was 1 year old, he was counting to 10. So I'm like, yo, your brain is moving the way it should be moving. So you remember to say please. Matter of fact, you're doing the things you want to do. So I just try to kind of enforce saying please. But yeah, a couple more reasons to take a break. I think I kind of went through all of them. I know that, Andy Cohen said that there is a virtue in work and there's also a virtue in rest, and that you should never overlook either of them and use both of them when you need them. So take a break when you need it before you punch the wrong person, before you come for the wrong person's neck. You know what I'm saying? Give yourself that time. But let's get into these movies, my guy. These movies. Do you think we should play a song right quick or get straight into the movies?
Play a track.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna play something that I've never heard before. I wanted to hear. I've been seeing it on the internet. What I'm about to play is Mickey Fax, Blue, and Asher Roth have a song together way back in the day. The three of them were on the XXL freshman class, the freshman magazine together on the cover.
Yeah.
During that time, I felt like I should have been on that cover.
Yo, you should have definitely been on that cover. I agree.
During that specific time, not on every cover, but that time, whatever. But those brothers finally got together, the three of them, and did a song together. I haven't heard it yet. I'm about to play it and listen to it for the first time myself with you guys. So this is, I think Mickey Fax and Blue have an album coming out together later this year. I believe this is one of the songs off of it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. But like, where is Asher Roth? I haven't heard that name in a minute. But yeah, go ahead. I'm interested in hearing this.
All right. Then we're going to come back and talk about these movies. And check it out. Cymarshall, Ace Wonder. This is Mickey Fax, Blue, and Asher Roth, produced by Knots, scratches by DJ Unexpected. It's called Rain. Let's go.
Let's go.
Smicky. Lord knows I'm from the gutter, trying to get my own island, screaming gullah gullah. Dated a detective and had her undercovers. She had a son and he called me a motherfucker. Now should I take that as a compliment or an insult? My impulse says acknowledge it. Didn't finish free ride on the scholarship. Luckily, avoid all fuckery. Trying to help your bank accounts look like gluttony. Rose gold cutlery, luxury. Utterly the best with my company. Discover me in blue, cause we got them seeing red. Now we getting color green, that's the summary. Suddenly you worrying about recovery. I'm hovering, honest as my sun diaper shining, but we shady like sun visors in case punks try us as frontliners.
The rain on the top is over.
Yo, the spotlight is mine, it ain't his no more.
I make it rain, then the sun come out. They all sit. And when the rain, it falls. Damn right. My hip hop drops on your head like rain.
Facts. When you started to learn, I was an expert.
Light up your light tough for life, all praise the Messiah. Right-handed writer speak wise with fire, higher than the average rappers expire. Retire, OC said time's up. I was 11, for older than 7, below the heavens. Holding a rifle at age 6, the basics. The aim been immaculate, accurate, clapping lanes with the rapping. The pure satisfaction to get it cracking. Imagine we make it happen. You haven't been in the basement. If the power was invested in you, you would rap. But since it isn't, you sit back and clap. Spin back the track, back to grasp. While the heavens start raining down blessings when he rap. If any asks, it's the God in them, pardon them. It ain't a nut busting hardism.
Your rain on the top is over.
Yo, the spotlight is mine, it ain't his no more.
I make it rain, then the sun come out. They all sit. And when the rain, it falls. Damn right. My hip hop drops on your head like rain.
Facts. When you started to learn, I was an expert.
Some people talk the rapture with Armageddon disaster. The fall from heaven is faster than all the weapons in Gaza. So what you calling this carnage of charlatans? No partisan who simply fall farther into the darkness. Startling as a part of it, army without a Spartacus. Our favorite artists already have left the party. It's harder to keep your heart and feel sorry for all the martyrs. Part of me's George Carlin. All of this is just fodder, cause for every Hail Mary, Lord prayer, our Father, and for all of the arrivals at Davos on planes charted. Even when football is partnered with Sean Carter, it's never disarming officers that wanna hunt darker. Maybe when Ned Stark's head parted, it all started, or maybe just a part of some bargain, it's been guarded. So even when they say be okay if you work harder, can't blame us if what we're changing, we've charted a new tomorrow, you dig?
The rain on the top is over.
Yo, the spotlight is mine, it ain't his no more.
I make it rain, then the sun come out. They all sit. And when the rain, it falls. My hip hop drops on your head like rain.
And we are back.
Pretty dope.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, man. I don't know where the boy Asher had went. I remember for a time I thought like he was about to be like, I don't want to say that. I just thought he was gonna
I'm gonna say, don't say it, but go ahead.
I thought he was gonna be I thought he was gonna get more success. Maybe he did. You know what? The success is defined the way you define it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Asher lives in a nice house with a family and children like your boy, and he has success. So, you know, he probably did get the success. Who knows? But shout out to him. Shout out to everyone who was on that cover. Mickey Blue, you know what I'm saying? Mickey been getting himself into a lot of things recently. But I played his joint at the beginning of the show. I played his joint because I almost didn't play it because I had heard it, but then I was like, yo, I played Royce's diss, I played Lupe's diss. I'm gonna be fair and play everybody's, you know what I'm saying? I'm not taking no sides. This is hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Anyhow. The movies, which one you want to talk about first?
Let's go with Avengement, man. Tell me, you just saw it recently.
Yo, so I told you last night, you know, you guys had another friend group chat. I think I've missed like 4 or 5 in a row now. I'm feeling terrible. I'm feeling terrible about it, to be honest. But I think you guys all know my heart, man. So I'm like, They know what I'm doing. So I watched it last night, but I fell asleep halfway through, and you know how I am about not watching a whole movie and giving a review. I was enjoying it. But I woke up this morning and my neck hurt, and Netflix was like asking me the question, "Are you still watching?" And I was knocked out. But I enjoyed it. You know what? I won't, speak too much on it because I didn't finish it. However, what I will say is that I didn't realize it was an English movie. You know, I'm English. I'm usually up on these things. So when it came through, and I was like, "Yo, this is in England." And then when dudes started talking and when the jokes started flying, I was like, "Yo, how did this go over my head? How did I miss this one?" And the joint said it came out in 2019. I was like, "Yo, I have to come home tonight and finish watching it." I'll just say I was enjoying it. That's all I'll say. But you speak on it. And it's Avengement is what we're talking about.
Yes, so we're talking about Avengement. It dropped 2019. In the group chat that we got on our video chat, it was just me and George on last night. George and I should say. And that's one of the first things I told him because he was our brother that put us onto the movie, kept encouraging, "Yo, you gotta watch Avengement, So I'm like, okay, let me put it on. And wow. First thing I said to G was, I don't know how I missed this. Because one, the main actor's name is Scott Adkins, hell of an actor. He's definitely known for his combat / martial artist type movies. I know him from the Undisputed franchise that he did with Michael Jai White. He's been in a bunch of those movies. And he's always whooping ass, man. He's damn near like the 2010s and the 2020 Van Damme. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gives brothers what they want in these action flicks. And he doesn't disappoint. The movie is set around, without giving a spoiler.
Wait. Before you go on, sorry to cut you off, but I remember in the group chat you had wrote Scott Adkins, and I didn't know what you were talking about. So as I'm watching the opening credits for the movie, you just said he was the main actor. That was his name. I didn't know that. When I saw Scott Adkins on the screen, the shit said executive producer. So let's give him credit for that shit too. So go on.
Yeah, so I peeped that. He definitely got executive producer credits on this one. And arguably, and I have to agree with a lot of the things that I've been seeing, man, I believe this is probably his best work,
oh, yeah?
Absolutely. I mean, he's done some phenomenal movies acting-wise, but as far as him stepping up his role, executive producer, I don't know what influence that might have had on his performance in the movie itself, but he starts off basically whooping the crap out of everyone that's basically done him wrong. And you're gonna see in the movie, basically, he was a good dude. Kudos to him because he doesn't really delve too deep in his acting personality. He's usually just a kick-ass dude that is gonna be fighting and doing some type of warrior, some type of combat. And this, he gives you a different persona where it's a little bit deeper. You get a little bit closer, relatable to him. That's just the average Joe. He's not about that life. But he goes through a transformation as he's kind of done wrong by a family member, and he has to basically survive. So he goes to prison. He becomes a different kind of individual and happens to get out. And when he gets out, the people that influenced his prison sentence and let's just say caused him to be in there in the first place, they have some answering to do. and the fight scenes are great. Some of the last and final fight scenes, the prison fight scenes, oh man, they're brutal, they're raw, hard hitting, fast paced. The cinematography with like the action and the fighting choreography I thought was dope. The last scene, man, the last fight scene was great. And doesn't disappoint, man. Anyone has some time and they love an action flick. They know who Scott Adkins is, a fan of his, man. This won't disappoint. Avengement, it's on Netflix, man. Go check it out. I would give it a solid, let's just say I'll give it a 3.5, man.
I think that's a good score for what I saw. I might have been heading towards higher for it, and I won't, I can't judge the movie because I didn't watch the whole thing. But what I will say that I enjoyed about it, being that it's an English movie, I love the bang banter and dialogue. Like it's like akin to Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, or like a Snatch, or just whatever English movie. Like the way they're talking to each other, like they're whooping ass, but in between them whooping ass, like how they got jokes, and it's like sometimes when you hear jokes from an English accent, that shit is just like because they use like different slangs and terminologies and you what? But yo, I thought it was dope. So if you like English movies and action movies at the same time, I'm coming home tonight to watch this one, to finish watching this. So yeah.
And the music in there. Some the backdrops and some of the music in that's being played too. Some great selections, man. Great scenes. Got some great build-ups with the musical choices, man. So that's another thing to peep too.
Word. But yo, you watched another movie. You had suggested the first movie was No Sudden Moves, and I actually went to go watch that last night. But as I put it on, I was told that I watched it before, and I was like, "Oh, watched it before."
Oh,
and
wow.
then I don't know how long ago I watched it, but I didn't remember it. I was told I fell asleep. But my guys are in it. Don Cheadle, Benicio del Toro. Those are two of my main guys. So I don't know what I was on that night, man.
Yo, I'll tell you this. So it's a complex movie, right? I think it came out a week ago, maybe 2 weeks. It maybe been out a full 2 weeks. Right now, people can check it out on Cinemax. Is that no HBO Max?
HBO Max, yeah.
HBO Max is streaming, and so it has Don Cheadle, man, star-studded cast, man. Benicio del Toro, Brendan Fraser. People know from like the Mummy franchise. You may not recognize him immediately once you lay eyes on him because my brother has packed on quite a bit of pounds. You know what I'm saying? Quite a bit of weight.
Yeah, I'm remembering that.
But he's in it. Bill Duke. Who else? Ray Liotta. Matt Damon had some cameos.
Yo, I'm remembering these characters, but I can't put the movie together. Crazy, man. I must have been really tired that night.
Man, yeah, it has a star-studded lineup. So with all that being said, man, it's kind of like a crime caper solver about like who done it. And it gets kind of complex, but it's a thinking movie. It's a psychological, but it's funny and humorous, man. It's a good watch. I think it may throw some people because it started to throw me as far as all the twists and turns. I mean, it's kind of like watching Clue in Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just next level twists and turns. Like, they're going to keep spinning you. It keeps bringing and introducing new characters. However, if you like this type of movie, this is all for you. Some people, it might just be doing too much. And I cannot lie. At one point, I was like, man, I got to rewind the scene because I'm getting trapped up on what's actually going on. Mm-hmm. So I say all that to say this. I enjoyed it. I think it has a great place for those type of movies as far as it being new. The main thing I liked about it is where it's set is in Detroit in the 1950s. So they brought back that whole nostalgia, that whole atmosphere, scenery is spot on. I love that take on it. And, you know, it's a thinking movie, man. You got to kind of be 3 steps ahead. This movie is about chess, not checkers. And if you can relate and kind of predict where the character is basically trying to, let's just say, fool or manipulate the other characters, you're going to love it, man, because the ending is not predictable. The ending definitely has a twist on it that I like. And, you know, they have some characters that you're kind of rooting for. I was glad to see where a lot of the characters ended up at the end. You know, you kind of hurt when you're rooting for your guy, and you're like, wow, my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end, it does a farewell for him, or you just wish he was in a different situation. I can at least say the characters, I believe, all got their just due, but it's not what you're going to think it is leading up to it. So kudos for it being unpredictable and keeping people on their toes. It might drag you, you know what I'm saying, a little bit, but I would give the movie, I would also give it a 3.5, honestly.
I'll take it. I'm gonna finish watching both. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna have to watch Snow Set of Moves all over again because I remember Brendan Fraser got some weight on him, but I don't remember damn thing about the movie. I don't know what the hell I was doing that night, but whatever.
It's a daytime watch. That's all I can recommend. You might want to check that in the daytime. Nighttime might drag you a little bit.
So if you get a chance, take a break and watch these movies. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into some news, my brother. Let me see what we got here. The first thing I saw, this is not like show-stopping news, but it stopped me in my tracks because I was like, what the hell? Fam, Ashton Kutcher has went on and said that him and Mila Kunis don't feel like bathing their kids is very important.
I don't know what I thought you were going to say, but it wasn't that. I tell you that much.
So again, this is not like world-stopping news, but when I seen it stopped me in my tracks like, fam, put them damn kids in the bath, fam. Like, you know what? Parents have all the control over their children, and sometimes I think a lot of times, children's minds are not, developed, so the parents just gotta do what their parents say to do. And I'm all for parents, raising their kids how they want to raise their kids, but fam, use some soap and water on them kids, man. Stop playing.
Yeah, you gotta promote good hygiene, man. I don't know what their reason. I didn't hear about this headline, but
I didn't read the article and I didn't want to read it. Watch them kids, fam. Like, if your kids come to my house, I'm telling y'all to leave.
Yo, you know what, Steve? But listen. The first thing that came to mind is, you don't want to be that kid in school. Everyone remembers that kid in school. You can't set your kids up for failure. You cannot set. Life is hard enough alone. Alone, life is hard enough. Come on, man.
Yo, you know what? I still remember this kid from the 4th grade, and his nickname is Dwayne Dookie Stain.
Yo, everyone knows one, man. Everyone knows one, man. My wife tells me about Pissy Kenny. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, the nigga Musty Mike, we can go home.
Yeah, man. Oh, man. Dog. But the thing is, I know kids that, they came from broken households to where I remember being young. I swear, like kindergarten, maybe 1st grade, the kid, I forget it. Was it Bruce? I don't know. The kid used to come to school, but the teachers, it was like a village, that raised a child. Like the teachers would help, sometimes bathe the kid and give him because he came from a broken home, and it wasn't even like jokes felt bad about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have the means, come on, man. You can't not think it.
Ashton Kutcher definitely has the means. Like, come on, dog.
This is hurting me right now, fam. I can't even. I just went through rehashed that in my childhood about this kid, man. That hurt. It used to hurt. Damn.
So, moving right along, Team USA basketball had their next game. So I talked about their last one when they caught an L to France, and they hadn't lost since 2004. So in the next game they played Iran, and they whooped Iran 120-66. And all I could think is, are y'all trying to overcompensate for something? Like, I mean, I know like Team USA is used to whooping ass, but after that L they took to France, 120-66. Like,
I'm just interested.
They were just like, we gonna win a game.
That's crazy.
I guess they was like, we gonna win a game. We gonna more than win. We gonna make up for all. We want everyone to forget about that L we took to France. Shout out to Iran. They're probably punching the air right now.
Word. Shout out to Iran.
Keeping it in the Olympics. I read recently that Simone Biles withdrew from the all-around gymnastic competition due to mental health issues. Man, there are a lot of these issues going around, and which brings me to taking a break. I bet Simone Biles, since she started flipping, really has never to stop. I mean, in order for you to be a world class Olympic athlete, I'm sure your path to get there is pretty much nonstop work. So for her to get to this stage in the Olympics and say, I can't do the competition, and not due to physical things, but due to mental, she probably needed a break, yo. And then here come loudmouth Pierce Morgan, the same dude who was talking shit about Meghan Markle, with more to say about taking a break, and like, yo, Pierce, shut up. Simone Biles, we with you. We with you. If you need to take a break, do what you need to do. Get your mental together, because you, my friend, are more important than gymnastics. For anybody who needs to hear that shit, you're bigger than gymnastics. You are more important. So I'm glad she took the break if she needed one. In other news, I read the title, U.S. sold the one-of-a-kind Wu-Tang album Once Upon a Time in China. So originally, this album was bought by a dude named Martin Shkreli, something like that. And I'm only messing up his name like that. I usually don't like messing up people's names. I'm only messing up his name like that because he did some things in the news that I didn't appreciate. So I'm gonna mess up your name, homie. But yo, the title I read is that U.S. sold it. So imagine the U.S. government is selling your album. Like, how does the U.S. government get a hold? I mean, I read a little bit of the article. They sold the album so they could pay for his court fees or something like that. Regardless of that, I still want to hear this Wu-Tang album. I've never heard it. There's only one made, and I would love to hear it. But the U.S. government is out here selling it. How does the U.S. government get a hold of it? I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyhow.
I think maybe, I know he had it. I know he went to prison for, all that pharmaceutical lawsuits and everything, and how they obtained it, unless he sold it to them to pay off something. I'm interested in hearing about that too. So that's two things I got to go and check up on. That's crazy.
Anybody know about it? Write in the chat. Tell us about it. I also have learned recently that a Harvard professor just announced a new search for alien technology in the solar system. Yo, we keep messing with these aliens. Someone gonna come back and start. I don't know, man. Aren't there?
What they say, if you seek, you'll find, right? You keep looking for something, you're gonna find something.
I feel like, eventually this has to happen. You know what? With the world the way it is today, I'll come back to this point by my next topic. So my next topic was going to be, I keep reading fully vaccinated people are testing positive for COVID. So I was going to talk about that, and it made me think about what I was talking about before. So you ever seen that movie? It's a Mike Judge movie where they had to move to a different planet because we destroyed planet Earth. You ever see something like that? I think it's called. Yeah. I keep thinking, with the world at its current state, COVID running rampant, natural disasters, everything that's going on, and then you see like Jeff Bezos and the other dude racing to space or whatever the hell they doing. I keep thinking, I get the feeling that we might mess up this planet and then actually have to go out and find another planet to live on. And, when we get there, aliens might pull up too and be like, nah, homie, nah. You're our slaves now.
Yeah, we trying to be up in their Airbnb, like that planet stay little vacay. Nah, this our beach house. You know what I'm saying? Right. What y'all think y'all doing, man?
But yeah, man, not to be all over the place, but yeah, fully vaccinated people testing positive for COVID. Yeah, every day I hear something new about COVID, and the thing that that scares the shit out of me is that everyone's right and nobody's wrong, and everybody saying something different. Like, wear a mask, don't wear a mask, take the vaccine, don't take the vaccine. If you take the vaccine, you should still wear a mask. If you take the vaccine, you don't have to wear a mask. Like, nobody seems to have a clear-cut answer. The shit is not FDA approved. And I'm not saying you should or shouldn't take it. What I am saying is that everybody's right and nobody's wrong. And that shit is scary as hell to me, man. It's just
Yeah.
like,
I mean, I don't know what to say about it. Fuck, I don't know, because my family is vaccinated for the most part, except the youngest kids. But who knows? Who knows if it's still acceptable? I mean, we know you can get it. You can get it, So
and
I don't know.
And they're talking about running trials for 12-year-olds. Who gonna be the first 12-year-old? Like, who's offering up their child to be like, yeah, let my 12-year-old take this non-FDA approved, like, I don't know, to each their own. I'm trying not to judge no one. I'm not judging anyone.
It'll definitely be films, because I don't know if it was with the group chat we shared, but one of the first videos I saw was of a black family who's they were a family of doctors. The mother and father were both physicians, and they were encouraging their daughter to get it. I don't think she was as young as 12, but definitely like a teenager. But I definitely know there will be families, like you said, the yin and yang. Where there are people over here, there's going to be people over there. I don't know what to say, right or wrong, but there definitely will be plenty of people that are trying to sign their kids up for it. Absolutely.
Well, I did see a kid who got it, and she was perfectly healthy before she had it. And the last I read, I need to find the article, but she was I think she was like in ICU. And her mom was just like, yo, I know the vaccine did it. She was very healthy before she took it. So these are the things that like scare the shit out of me. I'm not afraid to say they scare the shit out of me. And then you have people who are like, yo, you're selfish if you don't take it. And I'm like, yo, why is everybody acting like we haven't watched 1,000 documentaries of governments giving people treatments for money or just doing corrupt shit? Like, they're just acting like, dude, we just didn't see them shits. Nah, I saw all of them. I saw all the experiments. I saw so I'm just like, no, I'm not gung-ho about anything. But then there are people like, oh, you're selfish if you don't take the vaccine. And I'm like, man, how about you worry about if you took it, and I'll worry about if I took it. How about that?
Yeah, you got to worry about yourself and do what's right, man. I'm not trying to pass judgment on anyone, So you just got to worry about yourself.
I think that's all I have for today. It is all I have for today. We reached 7:01. Matter of fact, I have a pretty dope quote as far as the topic of the show today. Let me turn off this. I used to love her beat, the Faith joint, my favorite Faith song. So the quote of the day. Oh, you know what? I have some good news for the day. I'll say quickly. Blind for 15 years, she has 20/20 vision and sees her grandchildren for the first time. A woman left blind for 15 years regained her sight after a life-changing operation. Doctors believe 59-year-old Connie had glaucoma when she rapidly began to lose her eyesight over a decade ago. But then an ophthalmologist diagnosed cataracts in 2018, one of the most common and treatable adult vision issues. She had this operation, and now she's able to see. That's a beautiful thing. Shout out to those doctors who are able to get that done.
Yeah, that's dope. Super dope.
So for the quote of the day, I thought this was pretty cool. The quote of the day. Almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. By Anne Lamott. Again, almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you.
Oh, that's strong.
Take a break, my friends, if you need one. My name is Cymarshall Law. He is the boy Ace Wonder. We are Crossroads. We'll see y'all next time. Have a great day. Peace, love, and positive energy. And we out like that.